It's me, Mario!
With the Mario 35th anniversary being so heavily supported by Nintendo, with an exclusive Shadow Drop Direct featuring multiple ports and new titles, such as the controversial 3D All-Stars release, as well as the Mario 3D World finally announced for the early 2021 release. This all threw us completely by surprise.
What do you mean?
Our Wii U port script was being written at the time of the announcement, mentioning that our prediction that this game will be ported over, and as soon as we got ready to record, boom, Nintendo beat us to it.
But no, not this time. We're going to give our predictions and our thoughts on what we feel Nintendo plans for the Zelda's 35th anniversary next year. I'm Paddy.
And I'm James.
And we're the Gordo Guys. For all things Nintendo, hit that subscribe button and help us out today to become the YouTubers of tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
As we all know, the prequel to Breath of the Wild is coming very soon, which we will be playing through on this very channel. We feel it's the perfect way to continue the hype before the bigger mainline Breath of the Wild is announced. Starting off 2021, Nintendo are almost guaranteed to announce the official trailer to the Breath of the Wild sequel, which we believe the trailer will be shadow dropped in January, revealing the game will drop in winter 2021.
Zelda's official anniversary date is February 21st. If the Mario 35th Direct is anything to go by, Nintendo don't mind announcing their plans a couple of weeks before. A Zelda-focused Direct we feel is approaching fast. More accurately, near the 11th of February, announcing ports from the Wii and the Wii U. The ports that will be coming to the Nintendo Switch will be Wind Waker HD, Skyward Sword and Twilight Princess HD. We predict these will come as a bundle, much like the Mario 3D All-Stars. This will hype the fans up as they are some of the best games they have created, and replaying them will bring back nostalgia and give players something to enjoy whilst we patiently wait for the new mainline entry.
Whatever the case may be, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess already have HD ports on the Switch 0.5, also known as the Wii U. These were heavily praised by all 6 of the Wii U owners and wouldn't require much effort to port over to the superior handheld crossover. Skyward Sword, although works on the Wii U for its backwards compatibility with the original Wii, it heavily relies on the motion controls built into the Wiimote. Similarly, the Joy-Cons were made in such a way that almost resemble the Wiimote, ditching the old motion controls and instead uses the more accurate gyro function that has been effortlessly added into loads of first and third party Switch games, creating a better alternative experience for players, control and gameplay wise, unlike the Wiimote infrared sensor controls.
Go, go, oh, okay. It's so precise that it's picking up my bad wrist action.
With the heavy dependence on the motion controls, porting Skyward Sword onto any other system that uses a generic control setup would be next to impossible without some serious reworking from the game's battle mechanics. However, since Nintendo have continued to create and improve motion-based controls, Skyward Sword would fit nicely and will otherwise feel like it was made exclusively with the Joy-Cons in mind. That and the graphics wouldn't require much more than a simple up-res to high definition.
Or they could just re-release Ocarina of Time.
So, a Legend of Zelda focused Direct to drop in February, several old Zeldas coming to Switch next year, but when will they come out, I hear you anxiously typing in the comments. Well, we imagine that the ports will come out in mid-March, early April, as it will hype up the Direct a substantial amount and won't be leaving players waiting too long, much like the Mario Shadow Drop we've seen this year. But what else is coming from this anniversary Direct?
Well, how many of you got excited to try out the new Dungeon Maker in Link's Awakening back in 2019? Only to find out it wasn't this great feature we hoped for months before its release. What if Nintendo left out a few features on that Dungeon Maker instead to put it all together to make a complete standalone title? Legend of Zelda Dungeon Maker. Picture it now, with the same level of effort and detail given in the Mario Maker series, players could make their own 2D Zelda dungeons, using features and enemies from all the previous titles. Unlike Link's Awakening HD, the possibilities will be endless. Since the rumours of the first Mario Maker, fans have been begging for a similar treatment for the Zelda dungeons, and what a better time to reveal it than the 35th anniversary. We want it, The fans want it. Nintendo, if you're watching this, take my money and bring me back Zelda Dungeon Maker.
And finally, how many Zelda characters are in Smash? We've got like 3 Links, 2 Zeldas and a Ganon. If you've played many Zelda titles, you'll know how many great standalone characters there are. And if you've ever played Smash, you know how Sakurai loves to surprise us with very ambitious crossover characters. So we think Sakurai's next big character to be added will be Impa from the Hyrule Warriors game and the Breath of the Wild game. We imagine she'd have a similar playstyle to Sheik. As we've seen in the Hyrule Warriors game, she's a very fast-paced character and can hit quickly, making her a more combo-heavy character in Smash Bros.
When? Like with many of these predictions, we don't know. We could never guess a date Sakurai would announce a Smash character, because judging from his track record, the announcements are a bit random.
Well, what do you all think about it then? Old Zelda ports coming next year, a Zelda Dungeon Maker, and a new Smash Bros character, all in anticipation for the grand finale, Breath of the Wild 2, ending 2021. Overall, a much better year than the one it has followed. Whatever happens, 2021 is sure looking interesting the closer we get. And along the way, I'm sure we'll see even more surprises than we could have ever predicted. A Zelda 35 minigame maybe? Who knows?
What else could Nintendo do to make 2021 a great year for Zelda fans? Well, drop us a message in the comments. We'd love to hear your predictions. If you liked the video, maybe give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends to get the hype back up for the Zelda anniversary.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.